Well, school's out for summer, and Comcast Area Vice President Chris Dunkeson joins us with details about how Comcast is actually bridging the summer learning gap. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on.
Always love having you on. You know that. Always great information and great things that you're doing. And so let's begin by talking about the resources that Comcast is offering to keep kids engaged this summer.
Yeah.
And I don't mean engaged like that, you know.
No, we're going to avoid that for kids.
No marriage yet.
No, we've got some really great stuff happening. If you go to Comcast.net, click on the Family and Kids tab. There's information there on parental controls, on activities for the summer, on rating systems. There's a whole bunch of information, whether it's TV, online, movies, things for your kids to do that are both interactive and educational.
And I love to see that because we want to keep them entertained, but we want to keep them learning at the same time. I think parents are always concerned about things like online safety. I mean, that's a huge issue. So tell us a little bit about what we can do to prevent any kind of criminal activity with online activity.
Yeah, you know, we've talked before. One of the things I always recommend is make sure that your computer is in an area that you interact with your kids. It's not hidden back in a corner. It's not hidden in the bedroom. That way you know what's going on. And if your kids are on the social media sites, you should be too. Be their friend on Facebook. That way you see what they're seeing.
You know they hate that.
Yes, they do. My daughter absolutely hates that.
And make sure you check out those account settings too, because they might have you blocked from half of what they're doing. So make sure that you get on board. Really,
great advice.
That is really important. And so where could mom and dad go if they want more information on the parental controls?
Well, there again, if you go to Comcast.net, there are very detailed settings about it.
So it's easy to navigate?
Yeah, you can set up whether it's movies you want to watch or want to lock out, television programs, or online safety as well. You can set all three up through there. It's really a great program.
Okay, well that's good. And I know that you have some really good recommendations for some of the good apps and some of the games and websites that are actually age appropriate. Can you share some of those with us?
Absolutely. We have partnered with a group called Common Sense Media, and they publish ratings on apps. And I've actually brought an iPad today. We can take a look at a couple of them.
Fun.
But if we look here, I'm trying to do this upside down. This is obviously for your younger kids. It's called Preschool Monkey Lunchbox. And so, you know, what better way for a 2 to 5 year old to learn? You know, it's asking what starts with the letter G. If you touch the wrong thing, the monkey says, "Oh, wrong answer."
Like,
wrong answer. But when you get it right, I'm hoping I get it right.
You got it right. It starts with the letter G.
Yeah, the monkey's doing a flip and entertaining.
My God, I love this.
So really good stuff. And then, you know, you're matching up. This is a matching game.
Oh, match game is a great game for...
Which, obviously, I don't know if I can do upside down, but, you know, hey, success.
You're good. You are good. And I like the fact that you said there's a rating system. Talk about that a little bit, because this way parents know what the kids are getting into.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you go to Common Sense Media, you can get there through Comcast.net, click on the Family and Kids, and it has rating systems, whether it's looking for violence, whether it's looking for education. It'll tell you, hey, this is a fun app, but your kid's not going to learn much. Or this is a great app and your kid's going to learn a lot. You know, and it's for kids of all different ages. I brought another one we can take a look at here.
Let's see.
It's called Machination.
Machination,
And it's an adventure game, and your kids can learn to play. It's a logic and adventure game for older kids. So, you know, as opposed to the last one was 2 to 6 year olds, this one's going to be for teenagers. I've got a 15-year-old who thinks this is great, and I cannot do this upside down.
Yeah, this would be a treat if you could. Okay, wait, I don't know. What do you hit?
We've got a robot that we're controlling. He's over here.
Oh, I see.
And I can make him move, and he's going to try and walk across the bridge.
Oh, cool.
But unfortunately, I don't exactly know how to get him across the bridge upside down.
I think that is awesome, and I love how it's something for everybody at every age, and the parents can control it. And kids actually really love camp, and Comcast actually offers something really cool. It's called Virtual Camp. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we've partnered with Common Sense Media, and there's these guidebooks that are on Comcast.net. And this one, you know, is for the 2 to 6 year old kids, but they go all the way up through high school. And it's got activities, learning activities, safe guidelines, things you can do online to keep them educated, keep them connected with school, and let them have fun.
Yeah, and I always say this too, but I love seeing technology do good things, because, you know, often we talk about technology is keeping kids inside, it's keeping them not as engaged with other kids, but I think there's so much that you offer that allows kids to learn, to have a good time, and be engaged in a lot of different things at the same time. And learn how to multitask too. And actually the iPad and an Xfinity mobile app is also a part of all this. What is that all about?
That's a mobile access to your Comcast Xfinity account. We've actually just added a great new feature that allows you to take even an iPod Touch if you have that app on there. And as long as you're on a wireless network, you can make texts and phone calls from your home phone number.
How nice is that?
You don't have to use your mobile minutes. If you've got a kid who wants to try it out, you can let them use that as a cell phone around the house.
Is it easy to get?
It's very easy to get. Go through the iTunes store and it's free.
That's it? It's free?
Yep, as long as you're an Xfinity customer, you're there.
See, and being an Xfinity customer, there's so many advantages. We always talk about the different advantages. Being able, and I just said it before, we were talking about getting out to the movies this week, and I said, you know, I end up always just staying home and going on demand. It's such an easy way and an affordable way. I mean, that's the key, is it's an affordable way for the whole family to do something together. And all of these opportunities for kids in the summertime is great to keep the kids busy and learning. So just because school's over doesn't mean that the learning process has to end.
That's right. We want them to make it through the summer, have a good time, and be ready to go back in the fall.
Yeah, and so what's your, okay, you're an adult, but what's your favorite one? What's your favorite game?
Oh, I've got a lot of them, actually. There's a game that my daughter plays that I got hooked on called Temple Runner. I have to admit, it doesn't take a lot of brains. There's not a lot of education there, but it's fun.
Temple Runner. Okay, all the girls have to remember that one. See, dads play too. We have a good, you know what? The girls have a way with their dads, and they get them involved in their own favorite things too. So we'll just excuse what happened with the upside down robot game. Your 15-year-old son will have to forgive you for that one. And I'm sure they're appreciative that you mentioned them. And where can our parents go one more time for more information?
Go to Comcast.net, click on Families and Kids, and there's a lot of information on there. Or you can give us a call anytime across the state and come by one of our service centers.
Fantastic. Chris Duncanson, we always love having you here. Thank you so much.
It's great
Have
seeing
a wonderful and safe Memorial Day weekend. And we're not done with Corrales yet, because after the break, we are making a pie with Village Pizza.